So today we are headed to a school, and it's a new type of school, which I think is really cool. It's not your traditional school, and it's actually started by one of our surfers in our community, and they teach all the real life stuff that you would think that you would learn in school. Real life applications, how to be a business owner, taxes, AI. I think the world needs to learn about AI. Everybody is going to be touched by AI. I'm a big believer that you need to learn how to integrate with AI as a human.
Hey, where are you? You lost?
No, I what side of the street are you on?
Go down the parking lot, like deeper into it.
Oh,
and
got you.
You'll see a white logo that says VSI on it, and I'm outside the door.
Oh, I got you.
There you go.
Okay,
There's your
cool.
truck.
All right, let's do this. Hi, broski. I don't know if you want me to film this or not, but
That's cool. Totally cool.
this is Andrew.
What's up? Andrew Lee with Vita Schools. I'm the founder of Vita. It's a micro high school that helps kids achieve their dreams and prepare for real life.
Dang, dude, you got that down.
Yeah.
You got your elevator pitch, huh?
You can tell I've done this 1,000 times.
All right, so we're gonna do a little tour here.
Most schools were designed to prepare students for the factory age, the industrial age 200 years ago. And it's like that intention is kind of stuck. So this mission and vision is actually really important. So we're here to empower young adults to prepare for life and realize their dreams now.
That's really cool.
Using the best practices from around the world. We quite literally visited schools from across the country. And you can see them on our website. We got High Tech High, we have New View, One Stone,
Yeah.
and more.
I met one of your students at the AZE entrepreneur event, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
Isaiah P.
Yeah, that was cool.
He's graduated now, and
He's crushing it.
Yeah, he's last telling me he's doing 100K revenue months, on his way to a 1.2 million business.
That's awesome. What's up, guys?
Right, I am compassionate, I am determined, I am kind.
That's cool. How big is this space? You pretty big space, man.
Yeah, right. I can't tell you the square footage off the top of my head, but
And
you
and
can
what
give an estimate.
what age is the high school only?
Yeah. Let me show you the schedule real quick. We start with gratitude. Kids write down 10 things they're grateful for every morning before they come in. We have an hour for coaching, a coaching block, which kind of also blends in life skills. And then overflow for X block. It's kind of like a flex block.
Sick.
Students will cook lunch for the whole school too. And that kind
Oh,
of happens
really?
in X block. Yeah, we'll see the kitchen.
Yeah.
We brought in 4 fridges.
Nice.
We have a partnership with St. Mary's that gets us food every week that we cook up for this school. So here's like the menu for this week.
Oh wow. So it's like a real collaboration.
Yeah, and then we have a team of like 4 students who are doing various jobs. Like one will walk around with the clipboard, wherever it went, right here. All right. We're having pizza today. Who wants pizza, right?
Yeah.
And they tally it off. We got like a protein chef, we got a veggie cook, we got like a dishwasher, all these set roles here.
Dude, what an effort, man.
Yeah.
This is
Seriously.
a lot of work
Yep.
to put this together. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a. All the initiatives have been started by me, so we got this going year number 2. So in humanities,
Dude, this is a big space.
it is mainly students will do ASU computer work, like actual ASU classes, as well as different projects like that, rules of civility. We've also been diving into this book, How to Turn 100 to a Million.
Oh,
like a
that's
kid's
cool.
Financial book. And I went through the whole thing, and there's like really good tips here, like how to get a job.
Yeah, great.
As we were talking about thinking and grow rich,
Mm-hmm.
they made this. It's put all the 13 principles. Into
Oh,
the
yeah.
things that
Oh,
you
good.
see, right? And you know how to make income? No one ever told me this. It's
Yeah.
like have specialized skills or solve big problems, right?
Yeah.
So at least they know the principle, and then they can figure out what they want to do these 2 things. Dave Ramsey, 7 baby steps for money, right?
Oh, sick, dude.
Yep.
That's so important, man.
This is in the back of our student planner. Basically, it helps them do the first couple of steps of emotional regulation.
Yeah.
So I often experience this one a lot, frustration. Know where it is on the chart, right? Very quickly. And it's places we go when things don't go as planned. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why I'm frustrated, because my
Yeah,
plan
yeah,
didn't go
yeah,
the way
yeah.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then I can kind of like, okay, all right. not crazy, and move on with my day, right? And we used to have so many of these one-on-one conversations with kids the first 2 years.
Yeah.
This resource became incredibly important. And I'll bring out the planner real quick. And we have a custom planner. I had my first planner in like middle school, and it was awesome. And then it's never happened again in high school.
Yeah.
So on the back cover,
Oh, there you
is
go.
that chart.
There you go.
So that, you look at the chart, kid, like, how are you feeling?
Yeah, emotions.
Yes, and I personally,
And then
right?
it gives you like it just kind of gives you some definitions of what it is, or
It lists out all the 87 emotions from our research,
Gotcha.
and they're different categories of places we go when certain things happen.
so you can like kind of relate it to something.
Right, and really it helps you emotionally regulate. So in a reference section here, we have the like mental health hotline section, and here are the basic emotional awareness techniques. So name the emotion, the chart.
Yeah.
Validate the emotion. The chart does it. Identify the trigger. That's all they have to do. They just figure out what caused this stuff to happen.
That's so cool, man.
And then they can look here. All right, now I can do one of the emotional regulation techniques, right? A breathing exercise, art, go talk to someone, right? Or go walk around.
Yeah.
And then just regulate
Yeah.
and get back into the rhythm. We also set annual, quarterly, weekly, and then daily action items with accountability. We do weekly masterminds, right?
It's like a business. You're
Yeah.
teaching them how to be a business.
Quite literally. This is the apprenticeship wall. And once students get to a certain point where they know what they want to do, then they'll seek out their own apprenticeships with local businesses. So the first step is to do a top 10 list. So that's like going to Google Maps and
Yeah.
finding 10 different welding places, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And then refining it down to your top 3, your 3 deep dives, and then you make pitches for them. Like you look up the hiring manager,
Yep.
you look up their core values, and then you look up the type of work they might have for a teenager, and you make up your own deal and you pitch them. And sometimes it works. Sometimes you try other businesses, right?
Yeah.
Until you have a climber that makes it to the top of the mountain, and you have an apprenticeship with the local business for like a week or 20 hours of free labor, maybe paid labor.
Yeah,
if
of
you can
course.
negotiate it, right?
But it's the experience.
Exactly.
It's getting the reps in.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but in high school, no one ever told me what we have to do to finish.
Yeah.
Until like senior year, right? It's in the front cover. So our 9th graders can create the plan with their parents together.
Oh wow! And this takes them through the entire
All 4
experience.
Exactly. This
Oh,
is the
wow.
whole map. Of their
Starting
whole
with
high
the
school
end in
experience.
mind.
Yes, exactly. Most kids here, the ones we got from 8th grade that are like new 9th graders with us,
Yeah.
they're probably going to be Vita graduates or Vita luminaries. Graduate, you got to do most of the life skills all in white. Luminaries do everything. And if you know what luminary means, it's like a bringer of light.
Yeah.
So you're bringing your light and sharing that with the world. And upon graduation, they're gifted a suitcase to go start their travel.
Oh really?
If they earn the highest tier, right?
That's so sick.
Kind of like becoming an Eagle Scout. We gave 3 suitcases last
So you
year.
gamified it a little bit, make it fun.
Yes, gamification is big in education. There's quests, badge system.
Dude, I'm impressed with the amount of effort you've put into this.
Thank you. 4.0 rocket scientist putting his heart and soul into a school, right? So that's what it looks like.
Yeah, man. This is amazing. So here's the school. And I don't know what they're doing, but they're having fun. So is it all different ages? Like
high school.
I know,
Yeah,
but
it's
like
all
in
mixed
here
high
it's
school.
all mixed.
Yeah. So basically, we have an older group and a younger group.
Yeah.
That's how we split up the academics. But right now, it's everyone combined.
Everyone, very cool.
It's cool because during our mastermind meetings, we have the older students mentoring up the younger students.
Wow.
Okay, warm and fuzzies bags. I did this in college.
Huh?
Like in a volunteer club, at the end of the year, our president had us make all these paper bags, and we wrote warm and fuzzies to every single person.
Oh wow.
Right? So they're like cute, heartfelt notes. And I've done this always when I was teaching like end of year stuff. And
Yeah.
I handwrite like all 200 plus notes to my kids.
Wow.
And they'd all write something to everyone else.
Wow.
So that's what we got going here on the last day of school.
That's your bus, eh?
You wanna take a look?
Yeah, why not?
Now we're gonna use this to visit different schools across the country and spread the word of learner driven, really.
Oh, this is like your marketing bus. Take
Yeah.
you on tour.
Exactly.
So maybe we just sit down and we can like have a little chat about how we can collab too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, do you want to go conference room? Otherwise,
Yeah.
we'll be here.
No, conference room's great, man. Because then I could put my camera down.
Sure.
I'm curious, like, what are you currently doing with AI? I talked about this with Matt, and he said if he could pick one thing for the kids to learn, it would be the prompting thinking. And using GPT as a thought partner, right?
Exactly. I mean, that's all I've done with the AI Surfer is I used it as an actual business partner.
Right.
I trained it on my entire business. I had it ask me questions, and then I helped train the AI. And then at that point, it was really a collaboration. I never made one decision without consulting ChatGPT.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that level of it. And too, just fun. I might have shared this with you, but your whole documentation of your story of turning GPT into a biz partner.
Yeah.
I followed that really closely,
Yeah.
copied all the same steps, and I showed my staff how to do that too.
Oh, cool.
And that's bleeding into our kids too, which is
Okay.
really cool. So you had that impact on us
Oh,
already.
good. That's cool. Yeah, GPT Genie was actually a character that came out of that, like a physical, like animated character. But I think it's that level of thinking of like really interacting with AI
As like your right arm.
as your right arm,
Yeah.
as a business partner.
Right. And I think there's different depths of that, right? Like I use it to an extent, but it's not as deep as you're using it right now, right? Maybe it's like just past the shoulder for me, right? Right. For you, maybe you've touched some fingers now, right? And I think our kids are kind of at different stages. So collaboration wise, and as you're talking about building out workshops, like, and this is making me think of another school in Alabama that's very AI and tech focused. And she's talking about how the kids are so engaged all the time with the tech because it is so cool.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of too, like there's this COVID gap. We had COVID for 3 years. We have 3 years of missed schooling, basically. Like all the kids are 3 years behind, right, in reading level, whatever. And it's actually really hard for like our 9th graders. Some of our kids are reading at like a 4th, 5th, 6th level, right? Whereas the reading level and instructions are at a high school level, and that makes it difficult. And why I bring it up is that we have like the Zoomer generation, right? The Zoomer generation, where they don't read books, they learn through video, right? And
That's me, man.
yeah, and that's kind of like how society is progressing. We had books, now we have typewriter, we have laptop, now we have AI voice to text.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite fascinating because while we're frustrated that the kids can't read as good, right? We're actually evolving into a higher level of information transfer through video than text is able to provide. Like these kids are able to download at higher RAM speeds or, transfer speeds than book, which is an interesting concept and perspective change than these kids just don't know how to read anymore, right?
Yeah, they're learning faster, maybe.
Yeah, they could be learning way faster if we work with them instead of forcing them to fit the reading mold, right?
Yeah,
So that's why I bring up like maybe doing these workshops in live and video format. And what I was gonna say, the original idea for the projects would be like you host workshops at Scottsdale. We bring a group of kids who can hang and do that stuff or record all that stuff and package that into like digital curriculum that then the other kids can do because we had some guinea pigs already, right?
Yeah.
And then that can be transformed to adults too.
Yeah.
Because even though I'm teaching kids here, like kids, the learning principles are exactly the same.
And what's really interesting about that is my experience with AI over the last year is the people that are honestly the most interested, believe it or not, are baby boomers.
Really?
Yeah.
Baby boomers.
Baby boomers, man. Like the older generation, because they feel like invigorated again because they have a competitive thing that they can learn. And AI is the greatest equalizer over everybody.
Right.
An 8-year-old that was really good at AI is as good as anybody.
Yeah.
And same with a 60-year-old.
Right. The principle is that we start with intention. If you want to create your dream life, you have to figure out and define what it looks like. So it's writing it out in first person in extreme detail, kind of like a movie script, so that if you read this letter, you can see yourself 20 years into the future, like as if you're already there and you feel what it feels like, right?
Yeah, which is one of the most important things I think in life is to already have the feeling now.
Yes, exactly.
Than
Think, feel, do. With that dream vision exercise, like I was talking about with our kids, being young, like it's hard to describe your life in full detail and even know what they want for like breakfast or whatever, right? Because they're still young, right? So GPT has been helpful in helping them flesh out their dream visions. It's like, hey, I have these ideas. Can you help me build in more ideas for this? So it's like, hey, GPT, this is what I want to achieve in 20 years. This is what I want my life to look like after high school. What do I need to do this year to put me on track for that, right?
Wow.
What do I need to do this quarter to put me on track for that?
Yeah.
Turn these into SMART goals that are specific, measurable, right?
One thing too, you're talking about just tracking your goals, like going back to that whole GPT Genie experiment where you train AI.
Yeah.
You know, you can train it on those goals, but then you can say, hey, create me like a task timeline,
Right.
and keep track of it.
Right.
So it gives me like a progress bar.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That's super cool.
Yeah, you could, because you can upload these documents.
Yeah.
And it memorizes these documents.
Okay.
So any of those documents you upload can be part of its training.
Yeah.
And one of those documents can be that timeline,
So
like hitting those tasks.
it's perfect. So what we got to do is combine our, like, I'm going to call it dream goal curriculum.
Yeah.
Like the dream vision all the way to the accountability and mastermind is a big thing, but we can package that into one. We already have the GPT practice we use, and you have the better one. So it's combining these two into one and supercharging it.
Yeah.
And then that makes this accessible instantly to quite literally everyone in the world with internet access. Then we can use translation services. And that way they don't necessarily have to have an extremely trained coach. Because what takes a lot of time is like the coaching, doing the GPT work of the coaching work, like helping the kids pull out from their brain.
Mm.
So using GPT can help reduce that required time.
Yeah,
I still think that the human, the staff educator and coach is going to be there to final check it.
Yeah.
But just, let's save them an hour.
Human takes it the last mile.
Yeah, there you go.
Period.
That makes a lot of sense too.
If someone from, X amount of years, hundreds of years ago was alive again magically today, they'd be like, oh, everything's changed but education.
Right.
That's the only thing I recognize. Right. But AI is going to shift all of that. It has to. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to personalize everything.
Yes. And it can't, it's already doing that. There's so many ideas too. There's this network called Alpha Schools. They're based in Texas. They're pushing this thing called 2-hour learning. Mm-hmm. It's AI-based curriculum that condenses it into 2 hours. For high school, it's actually 4 hours. But that's been like a new partnership we've been working to develop. I've been asked to join their board for the Arizona school that's going to be launching here for grades 4 to 8.
I think I was telling you this last weekend as we closed on that office.
Yeah.
So we're getting the keys probably the next few days.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. So
Is this your first facility, like on your own?
No. I've had a few offices before, but this one's going to be pretty interesting because it's a dedicated AI hub.
Yeah.
And we're going to...
probably doesn't exist yet.
No.
Straight up.
So we're in Old Town Scottsdale, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And we're going to plant the flag and be the first AI hub to basically help businesses grow or people start their own business leveraging AI. I did not expect any of that. I actually didn't even expect to record all of that like I did. So hopefully this comes out cool because I have no idea what I'm doing in terms of the vlogging. But it's really interesting, and I think there was some really cool conversations, and it's cool when anybody puts like that amount of effort towards something. Like that was a lot of effort to put into creating a school. And I think it's really cool how they're treating it as a business, quarterly planning, thinking about how AI can really personalize the learning, be a life coach, a mentor, all that kind of stuff. And so I'm really excited to see the collaboration that comes out of this. I'm really interested to see where it goes. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, and peace.